YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? It's a little windy here today at Red Morton Park. Welcome one, welcome all. I'm out and about once again on another walk. Another walk with purpose. Episode number 792, I believe it's 792. We are getting closer to number 800. Oh my. This company here calls their porta potties honey buckets. How the hell do you compare pissing in a porta potty to a honey bucket? That is a strange name for a porta potty. I've seen that around lately. It's like a new company, or I guess they've been around for a little while. But I'm like, honey bucket? Yeah. Whatever works for your branding, whatever your purpose and your vision is. Hey, you know what? If it pays the bills, it pays the bills. Is that you again, Raleigh? Eli is the prison term? What is that? Just remember that construction workers have been in prison. Well, that's a stereotype there, Raleigh. I mean, you may be right about some of them, but not every construction worker's been in prison. Maybe a lot of them have been. Oh, so the term honey bucket refers to the prisoners. Okay. So that's where that comes from. All right. Anyway, so before we get to the topic here today, I'm going to start off by letting you all know. Give me a second here. By a repair guy, I work blue collar and I work around a lot of construction workers. I've never been to prison, but they tell me after a man takes your bussy in the bathroom, he gives you a honey bun. Oh. Okay. Well, there's a reason why I didn't know that because, yeah, I mean, I don't talk to prisoners or anything like that. Anyway. That car was leaving just as I was about to cross, so I just backed off and let him go. Anyway, before we get to the topic here today, earlier today I did a live stream from the studio on the main channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development. If you missed that stream, which is what I'm trying to say, if you missed that stream, go and check it out. The link to the main channel is below in the description. Or just go to youtube.com/the @GNA Personal Development. youtube.com/@GNA Personal Development. Links below in the description. I'm doing the in-studio streams on the main channel for a little while, because I want to keep the channel monetized. That channel's been monetized for almost 5 years. It's in very good standing, just like this channel is. This channel has been monetized now for 2 years. But I want to keep both channels in good standing, and I haven't had time to create the pre-recorded content I want to make over there. So we got to keep it going. I will forever be Eli's golden boy. Hey, ODN, how are you doing, bro? Great to see you here, man. I still need to moderate you, dude. I keep forgetting to do that from the studio. I've been just super busy lately. How you been, ODN? What's been going on with you, man? ODN. Yeah, I got to see if I got to also see if you're blocked on Facebook because I we can chat behind the scenes. There's a lot of good stuff going on. A lot of positive stuff going on, ODN. And there are certain things I'm not going to talk about publicly, but I'd be happy to share more behind the scenes. But I'll just say this, ODN. Like I mentioned in my earlier stream on the main channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development, what goes around comes around. The way you treat others is the way that you're going to be treated. What you put out, you get back. You know, I've been saying that for years. For years, I've been saying, what you put out, you get back. And you know what people have told me? Some people have told me when I've said that. Some people have told me, go fuck yourself, Eli. For saying what you put out, you get back. Right? That's what they've told me, to go F myself, right? But in the end, it never fails. This golden rule of life never fails. What you put out, you get back. It's the law of reciprocity. The energy you put out is the energy you're going to receive in return. But some people don't learn that until they learn it the hard way, right? That's okay. That's what it takes for some people to learn how that works, right? Now, before we get further into it here today, because today I'm going to be talking about support. I'm going to be talking about support for Dawn and I. And I'm going to be pretty blunt and honest and upfront and also humble at the same time. But I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, treat others the way you want to be treated. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple concept, right? Hello, ODN says, Raleigh, buy a repair guy. ODN says he's just chilling. BRG for life. BRG? What is BRG? Anyway. ODN. Oh, buy a repair guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry about that, man. Oh, before I get into it here, I'm only going to be doing 2 laps today because Dawn has an appointment with one of her doctors at 4:20. 4:20, ODN, your favorite time of the day and Dawn's favorite time of the day is 4:20, right? You know the 4:20 saying, right, ODN? I'm sure you know what 4:20 is, right? I mean, ODN, when it comes to 4:20, I don't know who loves 4:20 more, you or my girlfriend Dawn. Tomorrow, our local ganja store here in Bark in Redwood City is having a 30% off sale. So I'm going to go there and take advantage of that. And Bark is a California company that has like 15 locations across California, northern, central, and southern California. If you're in California and you're anywhere near an Embark, they are the best. They have the best rewards program, the best service, etc. Just joking. I was actually flipping up gang signals in your chat, says ODN. Oh, okay. Barry Repair guy, LOL. I finally have worked myself to a point where I'm not on any alcohol or weed. Odin, I probably have smoked more weed than your girlfriend. Well, I could probably believe that, ODN. Oh, ODN, I've known you for a long time, longer than Raleigh, right? And we've seen you on some streams. We've heard you have some moments of 420 craziness, right? Or 420 influenced commentary, right? And Raleigh, like your channel, like your fun channel, the Life Works Drunk. Oh yeah, we've seen you too, man. I mean, we've all had our moments out here on YouTube. Let's not lie about it. I'm not gonna lie about it anymore. It's all good. It is what it is, right? Anyway, ODN. I like to drink mouthwash here and there. Well, I don't know, man. Anyway, so today I wanted to do a stream that is pretty frowned upon in some communities on YouTube. I have some good times live streams. Yeah, they're the drama ones, right? I never enjoy the drama streams, Raleigh. I never did. All I ever have done on this platform is defend myself against people that are not worthy of defending yourselves against or ourselves against, right? But I get it. I get it. To each its own, right? Or each their own, right? But anyway, today I'm going to talk about, I'm coming out here asking for support for Dawn and I. And I'm putting this out there because this has been a very slow month revenue-wise for our business, the GNA, and the channels here. And, I'm not putting this out there to try to guilt people into donating and helping us out. I'm just putting it out there to remind people. And if you want to support us, that's totally up to you. We would appreciate it. We could certainly use the help during a transition time for my girlfriend, Dawn. Because right now, I am fully supporting her and I until we figure out what's going to happen 4 months from now, which is the soonest she can be, released to go back to work. It's either going to be that, or she may end up having to go on disability, at least for a little while, until the situation gets resolved. But we're not at that point. We're not at that point yet. We got to wait to see what happens in about 4 months. So in the meantime, I'm trying to help Dawn throughout the days, because sometimes, She has better days than others. This is all medical based. And the more time that I spend helping her, which I want to do that, the less time I have to go out to make money in other ways. If there was more time for me to do this a better way without being apart from Dawn for too long, I would do it. But this is the best way for her and I to bring in some extra money each month to help pay her bills for the time being until we figure out what's going to happen with her. So if you feel it in your heart and your soul and you want to help us out, feel free to send a super chat or super sticker. You can also send a Cash App or PayPal. PayPal is paypal.me/eliasmelas. Cash App is $Elias Melas, ELIASMELAS. And anything you can spare to support, we'd appreciate it. Even $1 or $2, it'll add up. I'm coming out here today and swallowing my pride. Give me a second here. I'm coming out here today and swallowing my pride. And neither Dawn or myself are worried about any reaction we may get. There are people that may call us e-beggars. There are people that may say get a real job, whatever, right? By your paragraph, Raleigh, economy is so bad right now. I'm down 16K in revenue from last year. No one is spending any money right now. It's so crazy. Well, that may be your experience, or maybe even in your area. But out here in the Bay Area, the economy is not really bad at all. I think that different areas in the country and in the world have different economies, have different job opportunities. All right, some places, some areas have more job opportunities than others. It just all depends. I understand where you're coming from, Raleigh. I get it. I get it. I appreciate the honesty. It's all good, But I've always learned in life that you should never be afraid to ask for what you need. As long as you're a good, decent, down-to-earth, and humble person. Right? And Don and I, we've provided a lot of value out here in many different ways. Even in some ways that we never intended to provide value. So all we're doing is we're coming out here and saying, hey, look, if you can spare a couple dollars to support us, no problem. If not, that's okay. You can support us in different ways. You could share out our channels to people through your networks, social media sites. You can email people. You can help us out in different ways. We would appreciate that. Whew. It's going to be a quick walk today. Those are great ideas. I'll be happy to share out your streams. That's cool, man. Yeah, no worries, man. No pressure, Raleigh. I mean, look, I'm not. When I talk about things, I think you know this as a YouTuber yourself, being a YouTuber or a content creator yourself. I'm not specifically targeting just one person. I put up my message to the masses, Maybe a few new people might come across this video and check out the channel and want to support Don and I. You never know. You never know unless you put it out, right? And Don and I, we decided well over a month ago, or even a little bit longer, that we're not going to go the drama route to try to make some extra money. We never intended to go the drama route. We're not going to do that. It doesn't matter if we make no money. I mean, we need to make money, but we would rather go broke than sell out to stupid ass drama just to make a buck, right? Because in the end, what happens? It's a false sense of growth, like what happened to us a few months ago with the fake supporters. The money they gave us was all fake and temporary. So we don't want any of that. We're looking to move forward our organization, the January Networking Association, or GNA for short. King Call with the $5 super chat. Get Don those pills. That's you, ODN. Will do. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get them on order. Thank you, King Call ODN with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. It's very, very kind of you. Yeah, after we get Don's bills paid at the end of this month, then I'll order those pills. Whenever I can get them in the budget, I'll take care of it. I'll get her those. I'm walking around here because there are some little boys over there. And I don't want them to ruin my show. Yeah, I got to do 2 quick laps, and I got to go get medication, Don's medication at the CVS here in Redwood City. And then I got to go home, pick her up, and head south to her appointment at 4:20. I'll tell you, these YouTube streets have been very interesting lately. It seems like a lot of things are shifting. By the way, I think I may have briefly mentioned this a few days ago, but I need to do a stream on this specifically and pay tribute to former CEO Susan Wojcicki, former CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, who passed away. I think she was 58. Who passed away last week, I believe, at the age of 58. And she had cancer for 2 years, and it got her. That's just really, really super sad. I think this is where, whoops. I think this is where the pub in the park is at. There's a stage right there. Please keep off the stage. And there's backstage right there, fenced off with the tarp. I guess it's a pretty cool little makeshift stage and backstage area. She was a very nice lady. I just didn't like, she didn't open up the platform with free speech like X. Well, if you haven't noticed, Raleigh, X is starting to ban people again, too. Because even Elon Musk has a responsibility to keep the platform safe. You know, I've always said this and I'll say it again. There's a difference between hate speech and freedom of speech. And in your own home, if you want to include hate speech as your freedom of speech, that's your prerogative. If you want to use hate speech on the street, that's your prerogative. I think people that use hate speech, period, are pieces of shit. But to each its own, right? But these are private platforms. And, you know, they got to have rules. And they are regulated by the government. They got to follow the rules. And I honestly think YouTube wants to be... I honestly think YouTube wants to play by the rules. They want to be good people. The people at YouTube are good people. They're nice to everyone. It's just, you know, some people, primarily from what I've seen out here, the alt-right extremist conservatives, they're the ones that like to make their own rules and make their own laws. I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, Raleigh. That's just what I've seen over the years. And many others have seen it too, and that's why a lot of these people got shut down. These crazy conspiracy theorists like Alex Jones and many other extremist conservatives that really made no sense with their views and were lying to the public. Were spreading misinformation. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion, including you. And I get it. It's all good. I respect your opinion. I just disagree. I think X and YouTube are pretty much along the same lines in the way they handle hate speech. You want to talk about behind stage? And I already tried to send you a message on Messenger. You never accepted it. I think you restricted my account or something. Just email Eli ODN. Okay, good, looking out. Yeah, ODN, I gotta see. I don't think I blocked you. Give me a second here. All right, we are at 30 minutes. I really got a boogie woogie oogie on this last lap here. Because I'm running short on time. I tell you, nothing really surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me. How far some people will go and how desperate they will become when the walls start to close in. You folks ever get that feeling where you've been doing something for a while? It's not something that's illegal, but it's not the most ethical thing. And you've been making money doing it, and you kept finding new ways to make it work. And then eventually, after many years, the walls start to close in. Right? You start feeling that claustrophobia. Right? You start worrying about, how am I going to make it through this month, next month, right? And it's people like that never had a care for the world in the first place, right? It's people like that don't care about how many people they hurt to be successful. I honestly think that if the only way someone can make money is by hurting other people, I think that should be outlawed. Maybe that's harsh, but maybe outlawed is too far. I think that should be frowned upon big time. I think that should be a big no-no. But it's not against the law to hurt people to a certain extent to make money at their expense, right? But again, when you look at it from an ethical standpoint, right? Or through the standpoint of morals, values, and ethics, people that are like this, what do they really stand for? What do they really believe in? What is their actual purpose? And then the funny thing is, when the walls start to close in, all of a sudden these types of people, they start to change their tune and start becoming really, really nice all of a sudden, right? And start to realize that what goes around comes around, right? And right now, the way that I've treated people is probably going to affect my future of being able to make ends meet. Food for thought. That's just an example of many people in this world One of the best examples I can think of is Donald Trump. He's hurt so many, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, he's hurt so many people in this world to get ahead and make the money he's made. But look at what it's cost him. The guy's been constantly sued, constantly harassed. He now has 34 felonies. And now, it's funny, I'm hearing he's asking to delay his sentencing for those 34 felonies until after the election. Oh, okay. So you hope to win, Donnie. Mr. Trump, you hope to win so you can pardon yourself, right? So let's delay my sentencing so that way, delay my sentencing until after the elections. Because if I win, I want to pardon myself. God, what a fucking moron, man. I'm sorry if you're a Trump supporter. That's just my opinion. Let me get to the shade here, folks, and I will get to the chat here. But I got to really boogie woogie oogie because I'm getting low on time. I'm so curious right now. I don't like email. I'm not going to twist your arm to try to figure out what you're talking about, but I hope it's good and I wish you the best with it. Well, thank you, bro. Yeah, dude, it's not a big deal. I'll reach out to you. It already is outlawed. It's called felony harassment, but laws really haven't caught up with it digitally. Well, in some cases they have, but it's typically someone who has connections to law enforcement. I like him, and I think his new ear piercing is super cool. I used to not like him, but after he got that ear piercing, I kind of like him. Well, so you like Trump because of his ear piercing? Well, oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you, you know? I'll tell you, having detox from drama, it's such a peaceful feeling. It's such a peaceful and amazing feeling, right? And I'm super excited about what the future holds because the lanes are about to be blown wide open. The lanes are about to be blown wide open. Because that's what happens. What happens when you play with fire, after a while, eventually you get burned. When you play with fire, after a while, you eventually get burned, right? All right? And after a while, when you continue to poke the bear, poke, when you continue to poke the bear, this is a figure of speech, right? Put it in whatever context you want to put it in. When you continue to poke the bear, The bear's going to eat you eventually. Now, some people are able to poke the bear for years and years and years, right? And run away from the bear before the bear gets angry enough to eat you, right? But after a while, when you poke the same bear over and over and over again, that bear learns your moves. And that bear better prepares himself or herself. Now, if it's a mama bear, you better be even more careful, because those female bears, they're just like human women. They'll go into mama bear mode, right? Literally, right? That's where the phrase mama bear came from, right? Human women will mama bear you. Now, if you encounter a mama bear literally, right? You know, like figuratively, right? Not figuratively, I mean literally. When you encounter a mama bear literally, like a real mama bear, and you poke them, poke, that mama bear will eat you eventually. Even if you're able to get away from that mama bear for a while, eventually she'll eat you, because she'll learn your moves and be better prepared for your next poking, right? So you can only poke the bear so many times before the bear learns all your moves and learns how to destroy you, right? And what's even more sad, when you take that analogy regarding human beings poking another human being, right? Because, you know, the figure of speech is poking the bear, but if you're a human being and you're poking another human being, right, over and over again, it's not even about the bear, you know, screwing you up or ruining everything for you or destroying you. It's not even about the bear destroying you. It's about you destroying yourself. You deliberately destroying yourself. Welcome to Camp High Five. That's pretty cool. We are at 43 minutes. I really got to go. I think Joe Rogan was wanting to go with your guy. I can't vote for Kamala Harris either. He's talking about comment where I said I prefer Robert Kennedy over Harris because she's too left and Trump is too right. I still wouldn't vote for him, but I think he's a lot cooler with that ear piercing. Well, yeah. I'll take that for whatever it's worth, man. I really got a boogie. Give me a second here. This kid passing by. For the last 5 to 7 minutes or so, I want to make you folks aware that Don and I have a lot more content planned for you folks. Tomorrow at some point, I need to go to a different CVS location in the South Bay, still about a 30-minute drive, to go get one of Don's medications that's not available in our area. I'm going to go like tomorrow, like late morning, which will be early afternoon on the East Coast for you East Coast folks. So there's going to be a Driving with Purpose stream coming at some point tomorrow. Then I'll probably end up doing a walk later on in the afternoon. Both of those will be right here on GNA2, Genuine Live Personal Development. I may even end up doing another in-studio stream. There are a lot of topics that I've been wanting to discuss and do in-studio streams on, but for one of many reasons I haven't been able to. I hope to do another one tomorrow. If not, I'm hoping to getting back to doing 3 to 4 in-studio live streams. And for the time being, as mentioned earlier here on this show, and I think I mentioned it earlier on this show, but I mentioned it on the stream earlier on the main channel. I'm going to be streaming in studio streams on the main channel. GNA Genuine Live, GNA Genuine Personal Development. The pre-recorded channel, I'm going to be streaming live on there because I don't have the time to make pre-recorded content right now, and I need to keep putting up content before I get removed from the YouTube Partner Program on that channel. You can't go longer than 6 months without putting out content. I don't know the exact rule. I think as long as you make one community posting every 6 months, I think you're okay, but it's not worth the risk. But over the last year and a half or so, because I've had, this secondary monetized channel for streaming, and I haven't had time to create pre-recorded videos, which I've wanted to and I will, and I need to, I end up live streaming from the studio on the main channel, for about a month or so every 4 to 5 months. Just the in-studio streams, though. So make sure, again, you're subscribed on the main channel, which used to be called Coach Elias Melas. It's now called GNA, Genuine Personal Development. I'm really trying to boogie woogie woogie, or boogie woogie oogie, right? Mr. Jones, if you're still around, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but you sent me an email the other day regarding something. I'm not going to talk about it here, but do you have any additional information that would support that, such as some video links and stuff like that? I'm just curious. And I think you know why I'm curious, because it's been a hell of a ride, put it that way. And I think you know that. I think you've been a part of that ride too. I will email you. Well, thank you. Eli, have you ever resold products on eBay? No, I bought stuff from eBay. I've really never been into buying and selling. It's a lot of work, Raleigh, and you got to ship your own stuff. I'm not really big on drop shipping. I don't have the time to do it, man. It's too much work for too little money. So, and right now, Raleigh, like my main priority is taking care of Dawn and helping her get back on track with her. You know, she's got a slight eating disorder and it's getting better, but you know, she needs to gain. She's starting to gain some more weight again, but she needs to gain more weight. And I'm putting in a lot of my time and energy into my lady, as you would do the same thing for yours if she was going through stuff, you know. So I don't have the time to invest in something that would, you know, take a lot of effort, in my opinion. I wish I had some knowledge regarding this long. Right. Good, sirs. Well, ODN, let me put it to you this way. I'm sure you're going to hear more at some point. Because here's the thing. It's very easy to figure out where people are at based on their actions or non-actions, right? Or their behaviors, right? So when you start to notice, you know, far fewer people being around, and you start to notice more peace and serenity, I think that will speak for itself, ODN. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully I'll remember tonight because I got to go get Dawn's medication after this. Then we got to go to the doctor's. And then Dawn wants sushi tonight. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not a big sushi fan, but if that's something you're going to eat, I'm like the only person that doesn't like sushi. No, I'm like one of the only people that doesn't like seafood. I'll get something else, like a big burger or something. I'll find the money somewhere, but I'm going to treat myself to a giant fucking burger tonight. And then spend some time with my lady when we get back. Get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about 3 minutes, folks. We're almost back at the lot. We're at 53 minutes. I wish I had some knowledge regarding this. All right. It's a really nice day out here today. You know, part of being a man is staying focused and centered and not getting derailed by anyone, female or male, right? When you're focused and centered, no one can throw you off your game, right? And that's when you're most powerful as a man. That's when you're most productive. When you're focused and centered and no one can derail you. All right. I've really got to get going. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. Whoops.